Hi guys, welcome back. So in this video, we are going to discuss about a TestNG XML configuration. So first of all, let me explain you what is the use of this TestNG XML configuration means. So tomorrow, if you are working as a QA engineer, so you need to execute the number of test cases in different classes. So assume that I have a project. So practical, think practically, guys. Assume that I have a project. In that project, I have one package. So in that package, I am having number of classes. So assume that I am having some 3 or 4 classes. In these classes, I am having number of test cases. So I need to execute all these test cases at a time. So to execute all these test cases at a time, I need XML configuration. I need XML file in TestNG. Okay, the best advantage in TestNG is here we can execute all the test cases at a time with the help of XML config file. Okay, so now here I have some interview questions, guys. So let me explain you those first. So first one here is, why do we need to create a XML config file? So why do we need to create a XML config file? Just now I told, right? To execute number of test cases in different classes, we need to create this XML config file. The creation of XML config file is very easy and it is very important also, guys. Next, how do we generate XML config file? So it is also very easy, guys. We can generate XML config file very easily. Just go to the project level and right click. There it will show you the TestNG option and just click on convert to TestNG. Automatically, it will show you the hierarchy. I mean, it will show you the XML config file. Okay. And next one is how we can run multiple tests at once. So we can run multiple tests at once with the help of XML file in TestNG. I will show you practically. Okay. So these three questions now we are going to understand in a practical way, guys. So first, let's go to the Eclipse. So already we have a project in the previous class. We have created a project, right? So my SpiceJet, in this we are having package called bookings and we are having different classes also. So now what we are going to is already we are having some test cases, right? So I just comment this program. I just comment this previous all the cases. So I'm not going to use all the cases. So now I'm going to create a new case. I'm going to create a new test cases here, guys. So we know that, right? So in TestNG, always the test case will be accepted at the rate test annotation, right? So now I'm going to write a method here, public void. So see, guys, understand very carefully. First, try to understand the naming convention. Okay, so here this application we are going to take in bookings. In bookings, we are having an options. We are having sub options called as flights, hotels. So like this flight status, check-in, manage bookings. We are having different things like this, right? So first we are going with the flights. Okay, so now open our Eclipse. So here I am going to write in this method. I am going to write as bookings. It is the first one is one way, right? One way test case one way test case one. This is my first test case. So I'm going to write a system dot out dot println. So what we need to write anything we can write here, right? So for now I'm going to write one way tc underscore 001. So this is my print statement I'm going to write, guys. Okay. So I'm going to create another test case. I'm going to write one more test case. Just copy this and paste here. Then this is test case number 2 and this is TC002. So how many cases I have total now? Two test cases I have. Two test cases I have now, right? So I'm going to write some more test cases belongs to round trip. So this is not one-way test case. This is the round trip. Round trip. This is test case 1 for round trip. And here I am going to write as 2. Oh, sorry, 3. Okay. And next one, this is round trip test case 2. And this is not one way, this is round trip. Sorry. Yeah. So this is test case number 4. So now total how many test cases I have? 4 test cases I have. So sorry guys, one thing I forgot to say you. So tomorrow, if you are working as a QA engineer, you are having number of test cases, right? So you need to remove some test cases. If suppose you are having 4 test cases now, but you need to execute only 3 test cases. You don't want one test case. Okay. So at that time, if suppose assume that you are having 4 test cases, one test case is duplicate, or you need to execute only 3 test cases, one test case you don't want, right? So at that time, here at the annotation level, you can write enabled is equal to false. So if you write this, actually we are having 4 test cases. If you execute this, the 4 test cases will be executed. You will get a result. Your 4 test cases will be pass. So now here I have given enable is equal to false, right? So now let me run this program. We will execute here. We can get only 3 test cases. Why? Because one test case is false. We told, right? So let us check in console. Yeah, see, only 3 cases are executed. Why? Because we have given one test case is equal to false. One case is false case. So that's why we are given. Now, if suppose if you remove this enable is equal to false and save the program and go for run as TestNG test. So see here, your 4 cases will be executed now. See, 4 cases will be executed. Okay. So like this, we can use that enable is equal to false. Okay. Yeah, fine. See guys, now actually in flight bookings, we are having 4 test cases. Flight bookings, we are having 4 test cases. Now go for the flight status. So in this class, we don't have any test cases, right? So now I will create you some test cases here. Go to our SpiceJet application. Flight status. This is a flight status, right? So here we will create some more test cases with the help of this flight status. What we have: departure city, arrival city, flight date, and flight number. Like this we are having. So we are going to create some 4 test cases here. Uh, See guys, for now here I'm going to write a annotation, that is test public void. So what is that? Flight status, right? Flight status. So I just import this annotation at the rate test annotation of flight status. Here I am giving as test case 1. Flight status test case 1. And you'll write the print statement system dot out dot println. So in this I am going to write a print statement. We can check here from our application. The first one is departure city and next one is arrival city. So for now here I am going to write departure city. Okay. So this is one test case. So I'm going to create another test case here. I'm going to create another test case, that is test case 2 in flight city, flight status. And this is a departure city. I'm going to write here as arrival city. So 2 test cases I have in this class. So now I'm going to create another test case, that is test case number 3. So I will write in print statement, I'm going to write as flight date and flight number. Flight date. And in the next case, I will write this is case 4. And this is flight number. Flight number 6. Totally how many cases I have now? In flight status, I am having 4 test cases, right? Now go for the hotel bookings. Go for the hotel bookings and let's check in our application uh, hotels. Go for the hotels. So here you will write at least 3 to 4 cases, right? Destination city, check-in date, check-out date, like this you will write some cases. Okay. So go to this at the rate test public void hotel bookings test case 1 system.out.println. So my print statement, I'm just import this annotation. It is showing error. So here I am going to write hotels, enter city, destination city, check-in date and check-out date. Destination city. I'm going to write another case, copy this, and I just paste it. This is test case 2. And this is, I will write here as check-in date. And one more case I will write here as test case 3. And here it is checkout date. Okay. So these are my 3 test cases. So actually in flight bookings, I am having 4 test cases, and in flight status, I am having 4 test cases, and in hotel bookings, I am having 3 test cases. Totally here, I am having 4 plus 4 plus 3, 8 plus 3, 11 test cases I have totally now. So I need to execute all these test cases at a time. So to execute all these test cases at a time, what we have to do is we need to generate XML config file. Okay. So we need to generate XML config file. So how we will generate this XML config file? See guys, it is very easy. So just click here, your project level. Always to generate your XML config file, we need to go for the project level. Okay. So go to the project level, right click. Here you can see an option called TestNG. Okay. So if you just click here, it will show you 2 options, create a TestNG class and convert to TestNG. So you can go with convert to TestNG. Go with convert to TestNG. Click on this convert to TestNG. See guys, it will show you this TestNG XML file. This is a TestNG XML file. Okay, so look how the hierarchy is here. Look how the hierarchy here is. Okay. So now this suite name is important, guys. So we can call it as a suite or we can call it as suite. So this suite name is important. Okay. By default, it will show you the suite. If you want, you can change this. So for now, I am changing it. For now, I'm changing it. Bookings functionality. So for now, I am changing this bookings functionality. So now just go with finish. See, if you observe, you can see here left corner, you can see the file will be generated here, testng.xml file. The file is displayed here, testng.xml file. So you just click on this, you just double click on this testng.xml file. See, this is a testng.xml file. This is a hierarchy of testng.xml file. See here, it will show you this a suite name we given bookings functionality. The suite name we are given, right? And your test name by default, it will show you the test. If you want, you can change this test name also. It's not a problem. If you want, you can change this test name also. See, actually, how many classes? Actually, what is our package name? Bookings. So see here, we can identify bookings is our package. And what is the class names we have? Flight bookings. So bookings dot flight bookings. And next bookings dot hotel bookings. Next bookings dot flight status. So like this, we are having different classes, right? All the 3 classes are added in our testng.xml file. So now if you need to, if you want to execute all these classes at a time, so you just, what you will do is you just save this testng.xml file, save this testng.xml file, and here right click, here you can see the run as option. So actually, if you are running normal test cases, here in run configuration, it will show you the testng test, right? So, but here we are running the testng.xml file. So it is showing testng suite. Okay. So just click on this testng suite. Okay. So yes, see guys. So now let us see the result. How the console will be. Let us see the result. So see, all the test cases are executed once, right? So total 11 test cases. 11 test cases are pass, 0 is failure, and 0 is keep. Okay, so do you understand now what is the use of this testng.xml file? So the testng.xml, with the help of testng.xml file, we can execute all the test cases at once. Okay, so if suppose if you may get one doubt, so if any another class is also added, so in this same package, in bookings package, if you add another class, can we execute that? That is a question, guys. Right? So I will explain you that also. See, for now, so our XML dot testng.xml file is created. So after creating testng.xml file, if another class is also added, can we execute it? Yes, that is the question, right? Yes, we can do that. So let me show you that practically. So now we are going to create another class, guys. So here, see, in bookings level, if you want to create another class, we need to go for package level, right? So go to the package level, that is bookings, right click, go for the new and create a class. So class name I will take from our SpiceJet. Class name here I am going to take as uh, check-in. So yes, class name I am going to take as check-in. See. So class name is check-in, right? So I just go with finish. So check-in class is added here. Now I'm going to create a dummy test case here. At the rate test public void. So what is so see guys, in check-in what we need to take, what we have in test case, PNR number, email or last name we are having, right? So go to our Eclipse. So I am going to write check-in test case something I'm writing. Check-in test case. So first our annotation is erroring out. We just import this now. Just import this system dot out dot print ln. So here I am giving as first name or last name, right? So this is my one test case. So how many now total test cases? Actually, in these three classes, I'm having 11 test cases. So one more class is added. In that class, I have written one test case, only one test case, right? So now let's go with testng.xml file. Let us add that class here. This class also should be added, right? So let us add the class here. Okay. So I'll add the class. So the your class name is not flight status. Your class name is check-in. I will take check-in. Right. So this is a class name. Just now save it. Run as TestNG suite. Okay. Yeah. See guys, one more class is added, right? One more test case is added. Previously, we are having 11 test cases. Now we are one more case is added. So totally 12 test cases we are having now, right? So this is how we need to work with testng.xml file, guys. Okay. So now let's go for our questions. So already I explained you previously. So do you got a clarity about these questions, guys? So first question is, why do we need to create this XML config file? So we need to create this XML config file because to execute number of test cases in different classes at a time. Okay, so further the best advantage in testing is XML config file. Next, how to generate this XML config file? So it is very easy, guys. Generating XML config file, just go to the project level, right click, there it will show you the TestNG option, and you can go with convert to TestNG. Next, can we run multiple tests at once? Yes, we can run multiple tests at once with the help of the XML config file. Okay, if you want, you can add some more classes also. Okay, so that is what testng.xml file, guys. Okay, so that's all for now. We'll discuss in the next video.